Hi there, my name's Kevin Yank, and I'm part of the team that built Sit the Test. I'm here today to give you a brief tour of our test builder, which is currently in closed beta. If you'd like to get on the beta, send us an email at support@sitthetest.com. We'll be happy to hear from you. Once your account is enabled for the test builder, you'll be able to access it by pulling down your user menu at the top here and clicking My Tests. This will bring you to your dashboard, and initially it'll tell you you don't have any tests yet. You can create your first test by clicking the green New Test button. Then you need to give your test a title and a description. You can change these later if you want to, but I'm going to put manual camera settings. And I'll provide a brief description so people know what this test will be about. With that done, I'm going to create the green Create button, and that will drop me into the test builder proper. Now, currently, Sit the Test is focused on multiple choice questions. So what we've landed on here is page 1 of our test with question 1, and our cursor's sitting in here waiting for us to type the text of our first question. So I'll go ahead and do that. Now, I mentioned before, this is a multiple choice question. So with the text of my question written, I now need to write a series of choices. Now, obviously, I can click the Add Choice button here, and that will save my question text and start a new choice, and I can type the text of my choice. But rather than reaching for the mouse, I can also just hit Enter to move down to the next step of writing this question. So I'll write another choice and hit Enter again, and once more. When I'm done writing choices, well, it's a lot like a desktop word processor. When you get to the end of a bullet list, you can just hit Enter again on the blank bullet item, and it will finish the list for you. And what the test builder does then is it prompts you to pick which of the choices is correct. You can see it's put the tick mark next to aperture there, and I can use the up and down arrow keys on my keyboard in order to select the correct choice. I can also just click it with my mouse. In this case, aperture is correct, so now I'm ready to move on to the next question. I'll just hit Enter, and there we go. Let me go ahead and write another question now, and I'll only use the keyboard. And in this case, the correct answer is shutter speed. Now, I've been adding questions just by hitting Enter, but of course there's a big Add Question button here at the bottom that you can click as well. Once you've written a question, you can edit any part of it just by clicking with the mouse. In this case, I've spotted a typo here, so I'll click on the text of my question and then fix the issue and hit Enter again to save the changes. Clicking outside of the text fields will cancel editing of an area. You have buttons here that let you delete choices if you don't want them anymore, and you can delete an entire question just by hitting the Delete button here. If you change your mind about deleting something, you can just hit the handy Undo button and it brings it back. But be careful, if you refresh the page or navigate away, the thing you deleted is gone for good. Sit the Test supports basic text formatting using Markdown syntax. So if you want text in italics, you can put stars or asterisks around it. And if I hit Enter, you can see the formatting applied there. Or if I want bold, I can put double asterisks, just like that. You can see that all this time we've been working on page 1 of this test. Now, tests can span multiple pages if you want them to, and you can create a new page just by clicking the plus page button here. And now we're creating question 3 on page 2. You can switch pages by using the drop down here or the arrows to the right and left over here. If you don't want a page anymore, just click the Delete Page button, and once again there's a handy Undo in case you change your mind. Something we get asked a lot is whether you can create tests that show one question at a time, and you can do that with pages. Just create a new page, and then I'm going to go back to page 1, and I'll take my second question here and click the Move button. I'm going to move it to page 2 of my test, and click Move. And there you go. Page 1 has the first question. Page 2 has the second question, and you can continue authoring your test with one question per page, and it'll be presented that way when someone sits the test. If you want to adjust the title of your test, you can do that up here, and you can get at other test properties using the Properties button at the top. You can control things like the image that's displayed for the test. You can adjust your description, provide additional instructions that are displayed at the start of the test, set a time limit, and a whole lot more. When you're done writing your test, you can click the big green Publish button, and SitTheTest will show you a preview of the URL where your test will appear. When you're happy with that, click Publish, and you'll be returned to your dashboard where you can see the statistics for this test, and copy the link to share wherever you like. Once people start taking the test, their statistics will appear here, and you'll be able to see detailed results for each person who takes the test at the bottom. You can also head back to your dashboard to see a complete list of all your tests and a summary of the statistics for each. When you're viewing a test's details, you can click Create Revision to start working on a new draft version of this test that will replace the live version when you publish it. So that's pretty much it for the test builder. I hope you like what we've built so far, and I look forward to you having a play with it and letting us know what we should add next. Once again, if you'd like beta access to the SitTheTest test builder, contact us at support@sitthetest.com.